My mom, she's originally Denver, actually. I'm trying to set a better example. And I got locked up back to back. I'm still solid to this day. I ain't got nothing to prove no more. A year I did set the record straight. That shows my growth. RIP to homie TYS. So I felt like it was my due diligence to pop back. After that, I started realizing, man, I gotta get it together. Because just the energy, period, just putting out. You don't act like a fool. Put out that negative energy, we already know that shit gonna come back and bite you in the ass.
High Minute, #1 blog in the universe, man. We live in Greeley, Colorado with a very special guest all the way from Sacramento, Northern California. Rico too Smoove, man. What's the word?
So the main, first and foremost, thank you for the hospitality. Let's get into it.
So let's just get right into it. So originally from Sacramento, right?
Yes, sir.
Born and raised.
You're born and raised.
And were your parents from Sacramento as well, or where were they from?
My mom, she's originally from Denver, actually.
Really?
As a kid, she grew up in Denver, Colorado. I think up until early teens, and then once she turned like, I don't know, I want to say her like 18, then she moved out there to San Ho.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? From San Ho to Sacramento, she been bouncing around though. She's been like that. She been kind of like a little Rolling Stone, you feel me?
Yeah. Well, do you know what part of Denver she grew up in?
Nah, I don't.
That's wild. Is that why you be out here? Like you mess with Colorado low key?
Nah, I think I guess it's just the universe, you know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
I guess it's just the universe, bro. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? My mom's always told me about it. I always was curious, like Colorado, you feel me? Like, what?
Yeah.
I always thought of like the snow and the mountains and shit. So I was like, damn, like how'd you end up in Sac? So that's what she told me, you feel me? She started from Denver, made her way to San Ho, eventually came to Sac, bounced around the Sac.
Did she ever like tell you any crazy stories or anything like that of her time in Denver or anything that sticks out that you remember?
Yes, actually she did. I think she told me about some person, a historical person back in her day that she remembered that fought for like um Chicano rights. And at one time she remembers as a little girl, like they were on like a sort of militant program, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They were all about, you know, helping the community and helping their people and taking things from a militant standpoint. She says she was a little kid growing up and she remembered that dude. I think he had a nonprofit and some. I don't remember the name, but pretty sure my the natives to this land for surely know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think that would probably be the most like interesting thing that she told me about Colorado was that dude that was fighting for Chicano rights.
Yeah, I mean Chicano culture is huge in Denver, Greeley, all up and down Colorado, so that definitely doesn't surprise me.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
okay, so let's talk about life before rap a little bit. What inspired you to start taking rap seriously, and what were some of like your earliest memories uh, when it comes to getting into making music and stuff like that?
My earliest memories, like I would say, you know, on multiple interviews, you know, I talk about all the different things that attracted me to music. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So in other interviews, I might say it's this, and another one I might say it's that. Truth is, you know, all these things, you know, make it up to be one what it is.
Yeah.
So I would say since I was young, you know, my mom she bumping oldies. She liked Marvin Gaye, you know, Al Green, Smokey Robinson, you know what I'm saying, James Brown, you know, Funkadelics, stuff
yeah.
like that, you
Always
know,
been a
like
fun
yeah,
fact.
come on, man, yeah, you right on it. So like just listening to that type of music and hearing it as a baby and whatnot, you know, I already had it in my bones, you know, it was in my blood. So like, I don't know, I was already attached to it. dancing. I used to watch BT growing up,
Mm.
and I think it was 106 in Park at the time. But every I don't know if it was every Friday, Thursday, one of the two. But I'll be hella happy to get home from school. You know what I'm saying? Make me some noodles, get in front of that TV, throwing 106 in Park, and I just watch videos all day. And really, I would just reminisce on like like the lifestyle. Of course,
Yeah.
it if you come from a poverty stricken home or environment off the dribble, you see the fancy cars and the lavish living through the videos. So automatically that inspires you. Not only inspires you, but you like, damn, I want to be living like that. So that automatically already drive me closer to it. And ever since then, I've been on music. I've been locked in ever since.
Hell yeah. Where man, P Funk was just out here. Were there any songs from them in specific you remember, anything like that that stuck out, or because they pretty much, when you get down to it, they like birthed like a whole lot of the West Coast music when it comes to like
Yeah,
the
nah,
production,
facts.
beats, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, all of them. Yeah, if you listen to a lot of West Coast beats,
Yeah,
a lot of samples are made based off of some Parliament funk, man.
right.
Like if you really know your history on music and beats and the rhythm and certain sounds, you know that a lot of the stuff comes from samples and old school shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I like it all.
Hell yeah. So you've already answered this in other interviews, so I want to ask it a different way. Do you ever feel like pressure to represent like both sides of your heritage in your music, or how do you stay authentic to both? Pretty much getting at you being half black, half Mexican.
Um, I mean, I think it's kind of hard. Like there's always gonna be people that ain't satisfied. You know what I'm saying? So you can't please everybody. Not everybody's gonna be appreciated for you and what you do and what you stand for.
Mm-hmm.
So I just keep being me, and shit. Me being me is obviously my two cultures. You know what I'm saying? Like my style, I switch it up. You know what I'm saying? I done spoke on how the cholo style is evolved, and a lot of people have evolved and changed their stilo and their style and whatnot. But shit, you could catch me, on some cholo shit one day, and the next day I switch it up. I could be on some business shit, suit and tie. I do it all. I'm just trying to be universal with it. It's like I don't want to be stuck in one box. You know what I'm saying? Plus,
Mm-hmm.
I could pull off all looks. So at the end of the day, it's about being universal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Saucy with it.
Okay.
I don't really feel I don't really feel entitled to anybody's opinion on whether they say, oh well, this was too Chicano, or he's not black enough, he's not Mexican enough. Like
Yeah.
it's in my blood. You know what I'm saying? My roots is deeply rooted. I do care about my people in general, not just the Hispanic culture, but the blacks as well. My African heritage, um, and not even just those two cultures. Just what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, the human race. Period. Anybody that's really been through the struggle, any type of poverty stricken, like that's what I'm trying to be on. Like really, like when people be like, "Oh, well, are you black or are you Mexican or we represent?"
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't be thinking about like the real deeper side of shit, which is we all come from the same root wop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all
We
human
don't need the
beings. You know what
same.
I'm saying? And then a lot of us, regardless of your race, depending on where you grew up in, you know what I'm saying? That's how you gonna be.
Yeah. Right.
That's just how it is.
And that's a good point because I'm in this like workforce diversity class, and this professor was talking about like how 90 like 95% of all humans DNA is the same, like, but we all focus on like the 5% differences between all of us, you know, so skin color, gender, whatever,
Facts.
you know. A good example would be like the Titanic crashing into the iceberg. You only see 5% of it. There's a whole other 95% of it that's like you can't see under the ocean.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That part.
yeah. Okay, so let's talk about your music a little bit. So your latest projects, Separate to Elevate EP that just dropped, and then before that, the Northern Cali Old School.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you want to talk about how those projects came together and the influence behind those?
Doing the Kelly old school, I did that with my cousin. He also be shooting my videos, Shot by Flocks. Shout out Shot by Flocks, man. Check him out on social media if you ain't gotten a chance. But yeah, we plotted a little idea on how we could put some money in both of our pockets and do a play that's beneficial for both of us. So at the time I had was on DistroKid, and I was doing splits from there. So I was lacing up my cousin like, shit, you can shoot the videos to this project. You know what I'm saying? We invest into the beats, put in the footwork, knock out all the beats, and we'll do 50-50 split percentages. And we was like, yep, let's do that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what we locked in on that Northern Cali old school. And before you know it, I was able to get a distribution deal with Empire. So to me, you know what I'm saying, that was a better move for me at the time to, you know, make sure I put my music through Empire instead of distro. Been using distro for a while now, so I was like tired of it. So it came at the right time actually for Northern Cali old school. So I put it on pause, and then I waited to upload my project on Empire, and I was able to get me and my cousin our own little dashboard so that we could do the split percentages. So
That was through Empire.
yeah, that was through
Yeah.
Empire, and I was able to do split percentages with them so that we could both eat. Right now, it's still early, so we ain't seen no numbers up on that motherfucker, but uh, it went up. It did cool numbers on the videos. I had just started utilizing my YouTube channel more because I was slacking on it because I had lost it like more than like a few times.
Mm.
I had about 10,000, lost that, went to 15, lost that. And then I kind of gave up for a minute, got discouraged. I was just like, like, damn, like, now my shit, I got to start all over. But
Yeah.
uh, go back to the Northern Cali old school, some of the videos that I had dropped didn't get super like big numbers, like as much as I thought it would be. But I wasn't really tripping because, a lot of the shit that I was saying was some cool shit. A lot of it had some messages. I was telling a story, you know what I'm saying? That was like a little deeper than me just talking shit or my regular shit where I'll just be shit talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I knocked out the Northern Cali old school. That was more like really I want people to revamp that in the summer because I know it's gonna be cruising season out there in Cali,
Yeah.
we're gonna be cruising out there, so I want everybody in the low lows go out there, you know what I'm saying, throw my shit on, slap that motherfucker up and down the boulevard and shit. But yeah. After that I had to follow up with the Separate to Elevate. That was like more of my chill shit, like, you know, get more deeper into myself and the story that come with it. Also, to not like dwell too much on like the negativity part of it or violence and whatnot.
Mm.
And the violence that I did talk about was just, stuff that was happening around me, stuff that I was seeing, young niggas dying at early ages, mamas crying at funerals, you know what I'm saying? Like, just real shit, you know what I'm saying? But the overall message was, that we could overcome stuff like that, how to stay strong. And it was really just to motivate, anybody going through any type of struggle or a situation where you feeling down and out, that Separate to Elevate EP, throw that thing on, slap it from start to finish. Hopefully that thing have you feeling some type of way afterwards, because that's what I was hoping for. You feel me? So that one right now still a little bit fresh. They running up. I don't even got a video too. I'm slacking on the videos. That's on my fault. Uh, I was
I
slacking.
thought you purposely said that.
No, mama's unloaded. Hey,
It's that elevation.
nah, yeah, on mama's side. All right, we running boat. I mentioned you ready? Bye. It's all good.
Okay.
I've been slacking on the videos. That's on my fault. That's on my part. You know what I'm saying? I need to revamp it up, get back to work so I can start dropping some visuals to the project. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. It was two quick little EPs. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get that thing out real quick. Each got 5 tracks, total of 10 tracks.
Hell yeah. So a couple things I wanted to touch on. So you were doing DistroKid up until the last project, which was Empire.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What were some of like the pros and cons transitioning from DistroKid to Empire? Because I see a lot of Northern Cali artists tap in with Empire. Even people across the U.S., people out here be tapping in with them. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, what I would say, I mean, my thing personally was just the communication part. You know what I'm saying? Like on DistroKid, like you could get at people, but like most of the time it'd be like through a bot. You know what I'm saying? And you have to wait so many days, and it's kind of like a waiting game type thing. Empire, you actually talking to a real person. You know what I'm saying? The communication is transparent. Like uh, if you make any mess ups, they gonna let you know. DistroKid, if you make mess up, it'll send it out and then let you know you messed up. You have to retake it down the whole loop. Empire, like they gonna let you know. Like they check your stuff beforehand, and they're gonna let you know, like, hey, you messing up right here. You gotta fix this, so you gotta go back, fix that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just the communication is a big part of it. As far as revenue, I can't say anything because, like I said, all my catalog from distro is on DistroKid. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that is new, which is the 2 EPs, is the only thing that's on Empire Distro. So money ain't coming in right now, but it will accumulate, and then I'll see what it's talking about. It's basically like I'm starting from scratch. That's kind of how I look at it. But
you still got that. You're still collecting the.
yeah, for my other catalog from distro, yeah, but I'm damn near trying to like move my shit from distro to Empire.
Type.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not over here.
Have you tapped in with Ghazi? I think his name is right.
Nah. I ain't tapped in with them like that. People were thinking too, like they don't know the difference. There's an artist deal, you got a distribution deal. A lot of
distribution.
People, right. A lot of people get distribution or are able to use the distro like through a second party. I guess now, like they stopped doing a lot of shit. Like you got to get grandfathered in now. Like basically, you got to know somebody and they got to pull you in type shit.
Right.
And that's what I was told. And basically too, what I heard, Ghazi want to see them numbers like literally like across all the way aboard. You feel me? So, my catalogs, it's not too big. I've been rapping for a cool minute, but like I said, I done been messing around, playing games in and out of jail and, not living up to my full potential. So my catalog ain't as big as it should be. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I've been taking it more serious now, dropping more consistently and just putting in more work, you feel me? Because shit, with a deal or not, I'm gonna just keep it pushing. Like, as long as I'm able to, collect enough revenue to, what I'm saying, support my family and shit, I ain't tripping, I'm cool.
Hell yeah. So as far as your sound and stuff like that, what I picked up from listening to your catalog is a lot of old school influence. Obviously, the name of the project, but I heard a lot of samples from like Dre, Ice Cubes, just 90s classic Cali, early 2000s, stuff like that. Tupac. Do you want to talk about that? I'm assuming you grew up on a lot of
Yeah,
that
yeah, a
music.
lot of West Coast shit, man.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was from Southern California, nigga, to Northern California. Like, if it was
Mm-hmm.
West Coast G Funk, that was my mom, my bro. You know what I'm saying? Around the neighborhood, people slapping it.
Yeah.
That's just what was, popping at the time, man. For some reason, as a kid, that's what I was drawn to.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's always been my influence, and uh, a lot of the old school '90s and stuff that I remember listening to, like a lot of Too Short shit. Like, people think he was always talking about pimping and slapping the hoes and shit, which was a lot of 90% was, but he had a lot of hits where he was really talking about the struggle, and he was talking about some real shit, like the
Mm-hmm.
get up. You feel me? He was talking about some real ass shit, and that's what kind of drawed my attention, because I'm listening to the story he telling about my life. You feel me? So I I, I hella could relate to it. So I used to like the old school shit where they was talking about growing up in the ghetto and how it was a struggle and trying to survive, and plus seeing that they're rappers and they made it out. That shit showed me some motivation right there.
What I noticed listening to your music as well, like your new music can still get on the gangster shit, but like I feel like from 2022 to now is more conscious. Like you said, talking about the streets in a more conscious way, versus like 2019 and earlier was more like just straight kind of drill and
Yeah,
gangster rap.
facts.
You
Well,
want to talk about that a little bit? What kind of happened?
I say honestly, like to be honest, when I got out CYA, my first songs were Only Lord Knows, Militant Mindset, Closer to My Dreams. All three of those songs, I mean, I wouldn't call it necessarily conscious rap, but they're all raps that was, about the struggle and
Yeah.
about, how my life was growing up, and, you know, uniting together and going against the government, political warfare, shit like that. I was 20 years old speaking shit like that. I just came out of YA.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my first shit, and that's what people were attracted to. And a lot of people, they overlook that, or not overlook it, but they don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go back and look into my catalog, those three songs right there, Only Lord Knows, Closer to My Dreams, and Militant Mindset, you'll see that that's what I always been on. I ain't never just all of a sudden. It was
Yeah.
just more of me coming out to that, because I came
Okay.
straight from YA, and my mindset was like that towards the end of my stay towards YA, and then coming into the streets. So now I'm trying to adapt. I'm still young minded. I am 20, turning 21, but I'm still trying to adapt. So I'm coming out, man. It's fast. Everything moving fast. You know what I'm saying? It only took a little bit of time. I was trying to get myself together. I was going to community college, taking classes, and trying to figure something out with myself. And I was going for a cool minute, but I was dibble dabbling in the streets, going to college. And, you know what I'm saying, before you know it, I put too much energy and time into the streets. And, my energy was on some street shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's what kicked it off. The real soulful shit that you could feel, storytelling shit, the shit that uplift people. That was the core shit of who I really am and how I rap when I came out. I just started losing sight of that because, it was life. You know what I'm saying? So I lost faith at that, and I was turned up. So I mean, music is vibrations. You know what I'm saying? It goes a long way. It moves people for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, since I was dibble dabbling and I was rapping about it, it was going hand in hand, and the energies were feeding off each other, and that's why for so many years I just kept on some turned up shit. But also my fans liked it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
They liked it, that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was
yeah.
feeding
And
them. I'm like, all
yeah,
right,
it's
y'all
like
like that shit? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm turned up at the time, you know. So I just kept feeding them, you know, and I was going in and out of jail, you know, shit was happening to me. I was taking L's and doing bad. It was all types of shit going down, you know. This is my whole process as far as, you know,
yeah,
during my time, you know, why I was putting that type of energy in my shit.
right,
You know, now it's kind of obvious. It's like, I'm 29, I'm about to be 30 years old. I see a lot of older dudes, and I just be like, man, I gotta correct myself, because sometimes I be, you know, doing some shit that I have to catch myself. Like,
mm,
man, bro, you too grown to be. You can't even post shit like that, or you can't do certain shit because you grown now. I got 3 boys, so I know that my kids gonna watch my interviews and all
mm,
this shit. So I'm like, why
right,
would you want to look like a fucking fool on camera or something that's gonna be up for shit? God knows. And your kids gonna grow up, see it. What if you pass away and shit? You know, that's what they gonna remember you as. So, you know, part of me, you know, trying to put more of a message and stick to the script as far as uplifting and, you know, encouraging young niggas to do right and shit is me being older. You know what I'm saying? I'm
mm,
growing, you know what I'm saying? And that's needless to say that I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I
right,
still go through my own shit. Like I said, I catch myself all the time. I hold myself accountable. I try to fix it. Sometimes, you know, trolls get up under there, you know, I find myself typing back.
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
just instinct. It's like,
right,
it's instinct when shit like that. But you got to really think to yourself, like, bro, you grown, you got kids, you with your kids right now, like type shit. Like, this is a random page, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who the, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
right,
I'm trying to set a better example. I done did all the cash shit, and then I got locked up back to back, did my time, you know what I'm saying? Stay solid. I'm still solid to this day. I ain't got nothing to prove no more. So it's like, I'm still gonna talk my shit, but it ain't gonna be necessarily like how I was. You know, I was just reckless. You know, I didn't really give a. You know what I'm
right,
saying? This is recent shit. What? A year I did set the record straight. That shows part of my, you know, my growth as far as, you know, keep speaking on a homie, you know, RIP the homie TYS, you know what I'm saying? And nigga ain't really had no type of, he ain't have no type of involvement in nothing. Of course, that shit gonna make me mad. And I don't usually do the shit. So I was like, F it. I ain't finna let this nigga keep speaking on a homie. So I felt like it was my due diligence to pop back. That's what that was. After that, I started realizing, man, I gotta I gotta get it together, like, cause just the energy period, just putting out, I don't fuck with it. I'd rather
yeah,
let them niggas do it, you know, stack up all that negative energy, keep this and keep this and keep talking about this, keep talking about that, keep acting like this. You gonna act like a fool, put out that negative energy. We already know that shit gonna come back and bite you in the ass. So to piggyback off of that, to wrap it up, your question, I'm growing. And that's why I start pumping out a lot of that shit because, you know, I feel kind of goofy if I continue or put too much of my time and energy into the negative shit.
yeah. To go off that, I mean, set the record straight is coming up on 1 million views. Probably be at 1 million by the time it drops. But yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like after listening to your catalog, you don't really be dissing and doing a whole lot of
Nah,
that, you know. Like
yeah, hell no.
you talk about the streets, what you went through, but I think I don't be noticing. You know, I didn't get that vibe from you at all compared to other artists and stuff like that. Which
Yeah.
so how do you deal with that knowing like everyone loved that song, that video, right? Of course they did, but you're like, nah, I need to focus on longevity and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
having a good career. How is that tough? Like
Yeah, it's
battling
tough
that
for
shit?
Shelly because it's my fans. It's part of it's part of what you reap what you sow. You feel me? It's part of what I reap. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? Which was putting that negative energy out there and acting like I was acting and fighting back. You know what I'm saying? That was it was a hard thing. You know what I'm saying? Because now the young niggas like, oh okay, now you know what I'm saying? Like they kind of confused. It
Right.
seems hypocritical. Like damn, you was just on this. But you know what I'm saying? But I break it down to them like I'm getting older, you know what I'm saying? I got three boys. Like you gotta think about it. If I'm setting the example for them, how am I at home with my boys and I'm trying to teach them everything not to do what I did and go this same route I did. How come I'm not doing that with y'all? You feel me? The little homies, you know what I'm saying? The young niggas.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm trying to, you feel me, spit as much as game as I can, just
Yeah.
literally about nigga, this real street life. This shit is real. And if you listen to a lot of my songs, I talk about it all the time. Talk about young people dying, uh, warfare on the streets. Back to back killings, uh, counter lights, and mamas have to setting up GoFundmes and you know what I'm saying? All that shit. That shit real. It goes on. I got people closest to me. You know what I'm saying? My young homie, a bunch of my young homies done passed. Good people, you feel me? And shit, I'm grown, old enough now to know that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you get what you put into the universe.
Right.
And that's needless to say that, someone deserves to die, but I mean, shit. That's why I say you gotta find a balance with this shit, bro.
Right.
And that's how I look at it. I tell the little niggas, hey man, I know you want that turned over shit, but look, I gotta find a balance with it. I can't keep, you know what I'm saying, promoting that and doing that because, what it make me look like. You know
It's
what I'm
quick.
saying?
It's quick views, but it's not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
Plus, ain't no, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, shit. There's a lot of disses that motherfuckers slap to this day, like Tupac and shit. Hit 'em up. So
Yeah. Yeah.
there's some classic hits,
And
you feel
we
me, that
just see
are
what happened.
disses.
We just see what happened with Kendrick and Drake last year.
Right, there's some classic hits,
Yeah.
but it's like, I mean, it's too much time, energy. You know what
You
I'm
can only
saying?
do so much of that.
Yeah, facts.
I want to rewind a little bit and then get back into music. Did you play sports or anything before like
What,
music?
growing up?
Yeah, growing up.
Nah, man. My mom's she was on drugs at the time. Bless her heart. You know what I'm saying? Now she's clean. I talk about that all the time.
That's good.
Uh, but at the time, she was doing bad. You know what I'm saying? So she was on drugs in the house. On a sick one. Needless to say, I was running the streets. So
When did you realize she was on drugs? 'Cause I feel like when you're young, you don't really realize it until
I
like
think
you
I
get
didn't
older.
get figure it out until like 10.
You start looking.
I
Man,
think
that's
like
young though.
10. Yeah, I think
That's
like
pretty
10.
young.
I think like 10. Yeah.
You start looking back, being like,
Started looking back. I was like, damn, like this whole time, like she was fucking around. But yeah, I was always just wandering the streets, little baby shit, regular little baby shit.
like,
Playing with my kid, playing with the homies in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Playing football and all that little kid dumb shit. But I was like playing in the park and shit, you know what I'm saying? And there was coaches that would see me and they were playing with an actual team,
yeah,
practicing shit. And they would always, you wanna play? You know how to play? And I'd be like, shh. I mean, yeah, I wanna play, but I'm like, I ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? I got no money to my mom ain't got no money to pay for this shit. And the coach, it was cool as hell. Just was like, nah, it's okay. What size you wearing? I think he knew my like my situation because he never really even seen my parents or like he never seen my mom or nothing because she never showed to practice or no games and shit like that. But I was doing baseball for a minute, and I enjoyed that just because it kept me busy. But it wasn't like something that I like. It was like,
Serious.
yeah, it wasn't
Like
something
high
in my
school.
heart. And then uh, I played other league too, baseball too. It was mainly just baseball. I never really liked baseball like that, but it was fun for like, you know, just getting active,
Yeah.
getting proactive with it. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. I liked it that. I liked the playing games and practicing and all that shit.
As far as school, I know you brought up community college. So did you graduate or did you get your GED?
I graduated in CYA.
Mm.
Graduated in CYA right before I got released, and that's why I started going to community college. I was like, man, what I'm gonna do next? And I wanted to go to community college so that I could go for sociology. I was trying to be like a social worker type shit,
Yeah.
help the kids out. Still my overall like objective, help the kids out,
Mm.
because I was a little baby, growing up in the streets, and I needed a lot of guidance. I just needed assistance, support, help, a little bit of love. That's it. So I want to do the same thing for the next generation. So I was going to community college for that. I was trying to sharpen up my skills and just see where it takes me. Really, I didn't really take it as serious, but I was doing everything I needed to do. I was showing up, taking tests. I was doing my essays.
How far did you make it with community college? Is there any like one or two gems you picked up from any
Uh,
classes or anything
I
like that?
did 2 semesters sociology. I had good grades. Uh, then my third semester, I think I got locked up. I was still dibble dabbling, like I told you. I was
Yeah.
in the streets, and then the streets caught up with me, so they arrested me. I got locked up, and I had to drop all my classes, and I did like 6 months in the county. I was hella mad, and I was like, "Fuck school." You know what I'm saying? I was like, that shit got me fucked up. That shit made me mad.
Yeah.
But I stopped that for a cool minute, and then I went back. And that time I went back for what did I go back for? I think Chicano Studies,
Mm.
something like that. Uh, yeah, something like that. But in English and language arts, yeah, I'm real good on my penmanship, so I like writing a lot. You know what I'm saying? You can give me something to write on, and I'm gonna read that whole thing, and then I'll give you a whole essay, my perspective of what I got out of it. That was my most strong suit right there was writing. I did that for like another semester, and then I was like, I need to do full time music because the demand for music was higher than my education demand. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I was like, fuck, I got to pick one or the other. So I stopped doing that and just focused straight on music.
I'm gonna name some big figures, in Northern Cali rap, and I just want you to maybe describe their impact to the game in like one or two words. So I'm gonna start with Awaxx.
Awaxx, yep. Shit. Growing up when I was young, I listened to a lot of his old school shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Uh, so a lot of my personal experience from him, was real like it was gutter. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it was a representation of me, ghetto child. You know what I'm saying? I got that type of message from him. Ghetto with it, the streets, hood, mob shit.
Woodie, rest in peace, Woodie.
Woodie, uh,
I noticed some of your older music too. I could hear his influence.
yeah, I would say conscience, militant. those two words, you know what I'm saying, best describe him for surely. His conscience was, above a lot of rappers, you know what I'm saying? Before him, Pot, that's all I could name. But he knew what was going on around the world. And he said in a lot of his songs. And I paid attention to that too. I was like, man, this nigga was saying some shit.
You know where he got his name? Does it have to do with like
Oh, who, Woodie?
prison and you know?
Who, Woodie?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't know the whole little background on his nickname or anything like that.
Okay. Just curious. Side question. Big Tone.
Big Tone, yeah. Definitely influential role model, you know what I'm saying? Went from the super gangbanging shit, like I said, when I was in the streets, thugging, highly influenced by his music and who he was as a person. Obviously, I got out YA, and he's growing older too, and I started seeing how he was moving too, and I liked the way he carried himself. He didn't act hella hard. I met him too when I had just got out, and I was gonna open up for him, and they police shut down the show because some people were fighting, some homies, some dumbass shit. But I took a picture with him and everything. I was like, hell yeah, that's tight, man. And then before you know it, like 6 months later, like he tapped in and shit with me, like, hey, you dope and shit. But yeah, I would say definitely, influential for sure, motivational. He's doing his thing now, so tip my hat off to him.
Lil TYS. Rest in peace.
Real TYS, man. I say, man, that kid, universal, man. When I hear about, like, how he grew up and shit, I just can only say that, he was just a real talented individual. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I talk to his moms and every once in a while. I get the real, you always get the real intel from moms.
Mm-hmm.
Mom Dukes is always gonna tell you what they son, they boy was actually like before any type of image that he had after that.
Mm-hmm.
So what I got from it is just talented, universal, you know, good heart, just caught up, how it goes in the streets. You get caught up around the wrong people, get influenced by the wrong things. And goes back to what I was saying, putting that type of energy out into the universe. Just like I said, though,
Right.
that's needless to say that someone should get their life taken for it. But as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that because it's too many artists that's dying, and not even just artists, just young people in general, that I've seen that got killed over the years. And I know that the energy's real because I see the energy being put out on the daily, whether it be from some little homies or, people that I just see on the net. And I see the shit that they be talking about, how they be saying it, super disrespectful, not a care in the world. I'll be like, damn. Shit. That's why I was like, man, I gotta check myself too. Start thinking about what I'm saying and how I'm saying it, how I conduct myself. TYS, universal, talented for surely. Yeah, he was taking us there.
Gold Toes.
Toes, he made a major impact, with the whole black and brown movement.
Yeah.
So when I think of him, I think about the whole Disland shit, hyphy era back then when I was growing up, slapping Mousy and shit from Frisco. Uh, yeah, it was influential for sure. I liked it because of the whole black and brown shit. Because I am black and brown, so
Yeah.
I was like, shit, okay, like I could fuck with this. You feel me? Growing up, you know what I'm saying. Plus, I'm surrounded by nothing but Northerners, so yeah, he had that influential impact as far as on the business side too. That dude, He's a businessman. You feel me? Sometimes you ain't gotta like a nigga, but shit, you gotta respect their business. How they do business is how they do it. But if they making a profit off it, obviously they doing something right.
How'd you end up meeting Shimo? And I mean, a lot of your visuals are on his platform. Like, how did that all come together?
I met Shimo at a video shoot at another homie's. He was the homie. Uh, it was at his video shoot, and Shimo was shooting for. I think this was like his second music video, actual
Mm-hmm.
music video, official. Everything else that he done did was like bar game work, and that's like people that do the calisthenics, do all the pull ups and flips, 360s, and all this shit. I think that's what he was doing. Then he was doing weddings, and then I guess he experimented with the music videos, and that happened to be his second music video. I wasn't even I wasn't even a name at the time like that. I was still fresh out of YA and shit, trying to make a name. And I was rapping, but I didn't have a big catalog or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I met Shimo that day, and when he seen me on camera and shit, like he was just telling me like pose different ways. He was like, can you get right here on the camera and shit like this and shit? Like he was like yeah, yeah. He was directing this shit, and I was like, shit, I ain't tripping. At the time I'm a young nigga, so I'm fresh out. I'm trying to be in all the videos and be all flossing. Hey,
Yeah.
so I'm doing all of that. He's like you turning it up.
Yeah.
And I guess shit. After that, he asked the homie that he was shooting the video, like, hey, who is that? That's Rico. Like, Rico too smooth. Like he be rapping and shit. And they gave him my info, and he said, let's link. We linked, and we chop game on working. Like, what can we do to help each other? Type shit. And shit. Ever since then, it's been a wrap. We've been locked in.
I wanted to ask your thoughts on the food community top 50 list. I know this is kind of old, but I want to say you weren't on there, which kind of, I could be wrong, but it kind of
Nah,
seemed
you right.
a little wild to me. I definitely felt like you should have been on there.
Nah,
Do
you right.
do
Uh,
you have any thoughts on that? Or
nah, I think just Juan was kind of mad. You feel me? Because I had talk. I mean, I would always talk to him like regular and shit, and he said he wasn't a South Sider or nothing like that. He was just neutral and everything.
mm-hmm.
But I was like, regardless if he is or not, like, you cool, it's good. And we followed him. A lot of homies started following their page, and we're engaging in the page and supporting and shit. But there was a lot of times like where you could tell like, is it like, bro, are you posting like Northerners like to actually post it because you think some of the music's dope, or are you trying to get the controversy out of it? Or are you trying to get the engagement from it? Or are you trying to clown and thinking we're jokes? Like, this is what came up after a while, after, something happened. I started to think about it to myself. And, I started telling the homies. I'm like, hey, man, think about it. I don't know if he's looking at us as jokes and shit, but a lot of you guys follow this dude, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know when he's being serious or if he fucks with us like that. You know what I'm saying? He says he's mutual from Bakersfield and he don't bang, but his shit started off of just showing nothing but Southern California stuff. So it's like hard to say when you start posting Northerner stuff. Like, I don't know. It's neither here or there. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
There's all the little blog shit. I've been seeing a lot of crazy ass just dumb shit, you feel me? Podcasters versus podcasters.
Yeah.
So
That's a new
yeah,
thing.
yeah. At the end of the day, I was just like, damn, this shit don't even really matter no more. I know, really though, like a lot of people do it to get some form of revenue, to
Yeah.
create their own brand and shit, which is cool. But I think people just start getting caught up into the hype of social media and the streets. They mix the streets with the social media shit, and before they know it, it's like one big laughing stock. So, uh, he did that shit on purpose. You know, I had got out, told the homies, "Hey man, stop engaging in this fool's page and
Oh,
supporting them, because why would we do it if he's making a mockery out of us?" He hit me back up. Why you? He's like, "Hey fool, why you unfollow me? Like, what the fuck? Like." He was breaking it down like I'm not even a South Sider, like this and that. I'm like, bro, that's not even right. It's just like reason why is just like, man, we playing games at this point. Like, you fuck with us or not, and are you a essay or not? We don't even really care. But it's like, are you doing it for shits and giggles? You doing we? You know better than a fucking Adam 22 or Vlad. Like at that point is what I was trying to get at. Like they get at fucking Adam and 22 and all the rest of the bloggers like, oh, they're using the Rasa to fucking go against each other and shit. And they do the same shit. So it's like, bro, shut up. You guys all do the same shit. You guys start seeing the controversy sells. So you guys all do it. You see the engagement from it. You guys all do it. Participate. But that's why I wasn't on there, because we're not cool or whatever. But he knows. You see, he put all the other homies on there.
yeah, I seen Acito.
Yeah.
I think Lazy Boy is probably on there. There's a good amount, but I mean, to be fair, obviously me as a blogger out here, a lot of Colorado bloggers be trying to be funny, but like I see both sides to a certain extent, because like it is hard as a blog because everyone tunes into the bullshit and the clout shit and all the
Yeah.
you know.
Because you got, you know what I'm saying, you got to keep the content up. Like,
And I mean, obviously, food community is LA based. I do think he is neutral, but he's LA based, so there's already going to be somewhat of a bias, even if it's unintentional. And that's just talking like,
yeah,
not with y'all specific
yeah, I
situation,
know
but
what you
in
mean.
general, yeah.
Yeah, in general.
But I think he's neutral, but I also agree. I've taken shit personal sometimes with artists, so I've learned to kind of get over that shit and not do that. So I can see where it can be a little hard, but either way, if we're being unbiased, you definitely should have been on there. If we're being like 100% unbiased,
Yeah, nah, for sure. He knows what's up, bro. He knows.
I'm sure you should be on it.
Yeah, because I mean, before all that, he included me in a bunch of shit, and
Fair enough. Okay.
for what it's worth, we has. I mean, I never met him in person and shit, but every time we chopped game over the shit, it was always mutual,
Yeah.
And we be laughing about certain shit, and it was cool. And still ain't no hard feelings.
Yeah.
And he's still doing this thing, and hey, it is what it is. You feel me?
Yeah.
If I'm not in your top 50, that's his opinion. It's all good.
The reason I bring that up, though, I was actually watching his podcast with 44 Vato, and they were talking about like northern rappers that could potentially take that next step. They brought up Babyface Wood. That's how you pronounce his name, right?
Yo, yeah, Babyface
Yeah.
Wood. That's my nigga, man.
They brought you up too, but they said your music was dope. But I don't know, you might have seen it already. But
Nah, I ain't.
they said your music was dope, but it was like they felt like I don't want to word it wrong. You have to watch it yourself.
Right.
But it was something about like, oh, his music kind of gears toward old school crowd. So I don't want to put words in their mouth. So you have to check it. But that's pretty much the gist of what they were saying. Is they feel like, I don't know if you could take it all the way far because it's an older sound. And I don't know. I mean, what's your opinion on that?
I mean,
and y'all go watch the actual interview. Don't take my word for it.
yeah.
Go watch it. But that's kind of the gist I got from it.
I mean, I don't. I'm in this really to. Obviously, we all in it to make revenue, to make a living.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to really just be rapping forever type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to go mainstream. I don't really care too much about going big.
Yeah.
The music I put out is, it has substance. And years and years from now on, you could throw on a Rico 2 Smoove slap and it's gonna have some substance. So it's like I'm choosing substance over anything, you know what I'm saying, over what's popping now. You know, I could get on a EBK J-Bo type beat and
Right.
you know,
Colorado loves that. So.
yeah,
Love
you
that
know,
song.
as soon as you hear the
Yeah.
and you already know. But it's the same shit over there, you know. It's trending shit, you feel me? Like before that, in my city, you know, we had Briss. Everybody was, you know, Dick Ryan Briss, RP bruh, you feel me? But uh, you can see the trendings and different shit. I just stick stick to myself. And a lot of the shit that I be saying is motivational, uplifting, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do got a lot of old school like 90s
Yeah.
G-funk shit, but I feed that crowd because a lot of the OGs be fucking with that shit.
Yeah.
And I really I like the OGs coming to me telling me that they could put my shit on and they like it. 'Cause that means a lot. Shit, you
Right.
can't get too many OGs to play some young nigga shit. I'd be like, bro, if you don't turn that shit off, you know what I'm saying? That's why
Yeah.
that's why I made back to back like old school like G funk shit because like my godfather, I got Theos. When I go cruising and shit, I got all everybody, they all love me, you feel me? And
Mm.
whether it's that small community or not, I'm good with that because that community right there, they love me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's vice versa. So I'm gonna keep it authentic. I'm gonna keep it real, and like I said, I'm gonna always try to find a balance to where you know I'm spending some real shit, talk about some real shit, educating. You know what I'm saying? So if they feel that that type of music, it's gonna hold me back, then shit,
Mm.
I guess it will. I would say like the gang shit, like you know what I'm saying. Too much on the gang shit, like if I was too much on the gang shit, then I could understand me not you know, making it to a full capacity. But
Yeah.
I could still just speak about universal shit and be on some militant shit all the way around. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just rather stay authentic with it.
Let me. I'll try and find it real quick because I think I know where it's at. If it takes too long, I won't. But just so I can get it right. Okay.
From up north, are you fucking with any rappers from up north or not? Do you feel like they making noise as of lately?
You know, I do like Rico Smoove style, bro.
You don't even know his name. Is it Rico Smoove? Yeah, yeah.
What is his name?
Exactly, dog. Exactly.
What is his name?
I don't know. Rico Smoove. Yeah.
I said Rico Smoove.
Yeah.
Rico
remember that
Smoove.
part.
Honestly, bro, I like his old school. You know what I'm saying? Type of hip hop.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it'll go like that far. Just because people like they respect it, but it just isn't mainstream.
And he fell off ever since Lefty stopped fucking with him, right?
Hey,
Steve
bro.
Lefty.
I haven't heard about nothing about that for once Lefty him.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of
The only fools to me, like, who got star potential, there's a lot of
See,
talent,
the only
but
fools
not a
that's
lot of star potential, like, when they're Spanish space in general, but they got one fool, Babyface Wood and Young Ace, but they locked up right now, but them the only two fools who I have to see, like, from up north,
superstars
who got some sort of, like, star potential. Because they're still young, they got the image, the music is good, but yeah, them the only fools.
See, cause I thought
TYS, RIP.
yeah. What about Lazy Boy?
Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like that was pretty on point. That was pretty on point.
Yeah, nah, that is pretty much what he said.
Yeah. LA rapper Bozo said he thinks he didn't say exactly there could be peace or anything, but he said you've probably asked this 100 times, so I'm trying to ask it in a different way. But he said something along the lines of he thinks it could get better or there could be some sort of peace or you know what I'm saying if like some a northern and a southern rapper were to go mainstream, similar to like how Bloods and Crips go mainstream. Do you agree with that? Could you see that happening if a southern and northern artist were to go mainstream? Or what's your thoughts on that?
I don't know what you know what I'm saying.
Like, let's say you performing like you on a major tour like Kendrick, like performing at arenas, and you know what I'm saying. At that point, probably would
Shit,
stop.
I never really thought that far. You feel me? Honestly,
Yeah.
like I told you,
I know you did just say that.
I do. You know what I'm saying? I do. I enjoy making the type of music that I do. Uh, but I don't know. It's hard. I don't know. Mainstream. I don't. I wouldn't go mainstream. I don't think they would be fucking with my shit anyways.
Yeah.
But I don't see what that got to do with anything. You know, if a homie and a Southsider go mainstream, then shit, that's just a plus for both sides, I guess. I mean, depending on who the representative is.
Has music ever brought peace where, you know, politics couldn't?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, for sure. I did it in my city. My main objective, that's what it was. Fake captions. I was talking shit on the song, but the video, the way it was put together, was, you know what I'm saying, had a bigger meaning. You know, uh, my heart was in the right place, and I did, you know, break my back trying to go out my way to, you know, mend things and come together as a united front with all the neighborhoods in my city.
Yeah.
You know, cops probably think of it, you know, what are they doing? You know, they're getting together, but it wasn't really on that. Like it was really just to come together. You know, we got a lot of deaths over there. You know, a lot of people dying, a lot of homies killing each other, type shit. You know, and the major goal was really just to, you know, enlighten the young ones. You know what I'm saying? And not even on no gang shit, but in a general, speaking from a role model's point of view. Like that ain't cool, you know what I'm saying? And there's other ways we could go about this, and whether it's a situation or a problem, you know what I'm saying? Kind of just, you know, making them feel more united with each other.
Mm.
Uh, that's that's what the overall objective was, but it's just so much shit that just be going on and popping off in the city, like it's almost hard to control.
Yeah.
But I always do my due diligence because I just feel like I owe the city that, just in general, you know what I'm saying? City done already took hella of my loved ones, people that I know. So it's like I'm at a standpoint where I'm just exhausted. You feel me?
Yeah.
Really just trying to do right, man. Get it right. Trying to do good, man. I'm trying to get money, live life, take care of my kids, be able to be old and look back and be like, okay, yeah, I did that. That's it. But, yeah, you said about music, you know, bringing peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I I do it all the time too. That's why I try to spit that real shit that people could relate.
I wanted to get your opinion on, since you're from Northern Cali, I feel like this is Northern Cali culture, but this recently happened in Aurora, Colorado. There was a car show. These cars were like spinning around, and it caused a whole bunch of, say it as a white person, with ruckus.
Right, right.
So I want you to watch this video and get your opinion on this, because you probably would be like, this some normal shit in Northern Cal. And it's pretty much like, oh, you know.
Oh yeah. On mamas.
I mean, at the end, there was like girls twerking on the cop cars and shit. The cops came in and like,
Yeah, they was turned up.
yeah. Does that happen a lot in Northern Cal?
Man, that shit evident like a motherfucker. They've been doing that shit forever.
Dude,
Especially in the Bay, you feel me? In the Bay, they been turning tight ones, nigga, doing donuts, ski skirt, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All up on the motherfucking curb and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's them, you know what I'm saying? Then it trickled down and all through Sac, Central Valley, Northern Cali, that's really us. That mob shit, that, you know what I'm saying, doing donuts, whipping them up. Like, that's really us. People don't be knowing, but we also got that lowrider community too. So the two mixtures you can only imagine. Of course, the OGs they don't be liking that shit.
Yeah.
Nah, because for one, like if you doing that shit by they whip, you sparking up rocks and all types of shit. They got nigga what couple grand in they paint jobs sometimes. And OGs ain't going for that. So you know it's a thin line between that, but we got both cultures. You know what I'm saying? We witnessed the whole thing. We got Lolos out there and we got big body scrapes, you know what I'm saying? Burning rubber, you know what I'm saying? Some high performance, like anything high performance, oh yeah, you spinning that motherfucker. You doing something with it. You got something under that hood, we gonna put that shit to the test.
What's your guilty pleasure when it comes to music? Like, who's someone unexpected that influences your music or that you throw on?
You said unexpected?
Yeah, like a guilty pleasure, like some Beyonce or some you listen to by yourself or some Sierra or something.
Oh, shit, I slept like all the old shit, like 2000 shit. Christina Milian and Sierra, yeah, all that old shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all that old school shit though that I grew up listening to. So I still got my little playlist. You feel me? It ain't just all the bitches, but it's just like my 2000 playlist, and it just got all the shit that I grew up listening to. Remember I said I used to watch the 106 in Park.
Yeah.
So yeah, I be canning on sometimes, and you know sometimes I should be coming to me like, okay, I remember that little bad bitch, little Cassie and shit. No Diddy, man, but
I know she be like posting a lot of workouts and stuff. You be in the gym a lot.
yeah. So I had a little routine. I was going Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? So I would hit this part of the muscle this day, and then you know switch it all throughout the week.
Yeah.
But just recently, I'm on 2 months now. I've been doing boxing training. Since my time schedule is real tight, and my son just started doing football, and I coach him. I've been dedicated twice out the week to go do boxing training. You know, for like an hour 30. You know what I'm saying? And I just go get my issues. So as of right now, I've been only doing that, and then everything else has been miscellaneous, like you know, push-ups, burpees, dips. You know what I'm saying? Squats. You know, everything else has been just that boxing training, high intensity, high performance work. And I've been loving it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit been going down in my city and you know around me, and you know, it's easy to crash out or it's easy to you know fall victim to same shit. So, you know, I've been locked in lately and I've been feeling good and I've been handling things a lot better, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the working out shit all around has been A1. And that's why I've been trying to post more of it too. And not just for myself, but, you know, show the young ones. And then there's people my age too, you know, that might want to get into fitness and, you know, get off their ass and get some money. So it's an overall just good feeling, you know, since I've been working out and putting in that extra work.
What's your stance on the ICE protests going on right now?
I feel like it's just gonna get worse. It's a lot of antagonizing. I feel like it's like that situation where you poke the bear, you know, you poke the bear for so many times until, you know, bear eventually, you know, get angry and shit's it's gonna be bad. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? I think it's bad for the whole world right now, shit. You know, they want us to be worried about one particular thing. They want us to be saying, what about the ice and you see other people and all this shit. They always want us to focus on one thing. You seen it was Palestine, they got them out the way. Now it's a new subject. This is how they do things, you know what I'm saying? And if you're not out of the dimension like you're supposed to be, then you're not gonna notice that shit. You know what I'm saying? But they lock us in with these things, you know, almost annually, you know what I'm saying? whether it be coming out with a new strand of a sickness. You know, we had COVID-19. We got shut down. We got shut down, and we had to do all these extra ass shit just to come out and to be sociable again. You feel me?
Yeah.
So those are signs, like, you know, the world is getting bad. You know, so sorry to say, it's the least of our worries. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We should be thinking more on a bigger level. You know what I'm saying? It's got to happen. You know, some type of revolutionary progress got to start happening. I don't know when, and with the generation how it is now, and influence on gang, and people are dumbed down now like hella bad. Like, we've been getting dumbed down, you know, for centuries, but now in this era, this generation, 2025, we got just straight burnt out. They call crash outs for a reason. Like, them is straight crash outs. Like, they just retarded. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They don't care for cameras right there. They popping panties, doing drugs. Like, they just retarded. So it's like, but then you gotta also, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I try to, you feel me, when I'm spitting in my shit, am I saying something? Is it something that some could relate to? Is it a positive message? Is it uplifting? Because I know people listen to this shit and it has these vibrations, you know, that the people really feel. And they interpret that and put it back into the universe as well. So that's why we got these crash outs. You know, you got all this music that's repetitive, talking about drilling, killing. That's what all these little niggas want to do. Kill, drill. I talk about going to college. Nigga. When I was going to college, I was talking about going to college. I'm trying to go to college, put knowledge in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Exercise and maintain. Because when you living by the gun, yeah, you know the rest. Through the struggle, stay strong. It's only a test. I ain't perfect, but I'm trying to be a better me. I hope I soak up game and get a degree. Come on, bro. Like, is that what they're talking about? That is I'm not gonna make mainstream. I don't give a fuck. If that's what's keeping me back, I'm gonna say it to the very nitty gritty. Cause I got 3 boys, and I got hella young niggas that look up to me. I'm gonna be a failure if I die later on. You feel me? And I didn't leave these niggas not one format to go by to at least make themselves better and to be a better man in general, you know, a better father figure. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, you already know, man. Spend that real shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about.
Going off that, recently what's been going viral is people saying like that 30, if you're 30 and up, you should keep rapping because the young rappers suck.
Yeah, that was some brand new shit, right?
Yeah.
And up until the day, I didn't agree. It was the opposite.
Yeah.
Cause I was really like, bro, these niggas got not rapping. Cause mind you say it's true, but it's not true. Cause there is a lot of old niggas that should just not be rapping.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about some bullshit themselves. So.
Right. Yeah.
And then what they're promoting and how they carry themselves is like, bro, stop rapping, stop promoting this shit. You too old. Go do construction or some shit.
Old YCs, I have to say YCs.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, that when I started hearing that though, I started to feel it. I was like, damn. It was a female. She was saying it, and I was like, damn. She low key got a point. Cause a lot of motherfuckers, they could rap, but the substance, like what I'm saying, they not talking about nothing that you could really learn from.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you could learn from where you could listen to a whole slap of this era, you feel me, that people will say is a slap. Listen to the whole shit. Okay, it's slap, you know, it got a clean beat, bass, everything.
It may work out to me, that's about it.
Yes, exactly.
Can't drive around
what the hell is he saying?
Right.
Break down his shit. I write down my verses when I'm doing a song, like an essay. So I got my introduction, I got my body paragraph, and then I got my conclusion. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do my shit. It's structure. You know what I'm saying? And also, you know, the first thing is my topic. So the topic's gonna be first. Boom. Then I'll have my topic out. This is what I'm gonna be writing about. My introduction is gonna be the introduction to what the fuck my topic is. My body paragraph is gonna be digging a little bit deeper into what I'm talking about. My conclusion is gonna wrap it up. What are my overall message? What I'm gonna say? That's talented. That's real universal, and that's why I like that old school shit. Because a lot of the old school shit, besides the super gangster shit, they was throwing a lot of gems. You know what I'm saying? They was throwing a lot of gems. They was talking about the struggle. They was talking about trying to uplift and, bringing the community together and growing up and witnessing, drug addiction, rape, all this shit, digging deep, into what really goes on. And that's the shit that really, you know what I'm saying? That's the shit that's gonna live on. It's been living on. Look at all the legends, Too Short, all them. All their music is still being played.
If there was one piece of advice you could give a 14-year-old in Sacramento who's, getting pulled in the streets, they love your music, one piece of advice, what would that be? They look up to you.
It would be to open your eyes and see the change in me that I want to see in you. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing you that it's possible to be who you are and where you come from, but to represent yourself in a righteous way and to conduct yourself in a mannerism of professional, like professionalism. You know what I'm saying? Look what I'm promoting. You know what I'm saying? Besides the gang shit, besides who I am, being flamed up, whatever the case may be, look how I present myself. Look what I talk about. Look how I speak. You know what I'm saying? Look at my vocabulary. I'm saying I'm very intellectual. I'm not disrespectful like that. I'm yes sir, no sir. When I'm out and about going through traffic, it's loved one. What's up with a brother? I send mines. Like everything I do is me trying to put that energy out to, showing love. But, I know that you guys gotta be on your guard. So I don't want to say be off toes and be just super loving and all this, but put that energy out. You know what I'm saying? Still stay on your toes. Use critical thinking at all times, wherever you at, whatever situation you may be in. Use critical thinking. Critical thinking is when you break down the whole thought process. If a situation happens, first thing you want to think of is responding. Responding ain't always the right thing, depending the situation. So use critical thinking. If you really ain't got time, then you got to handle your business. But in all actuality, critical thinking alone could save you from a lot of shit, a lot of bullshit. But I would just say, you feel me, to the young ones, look at me, look what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm coaching my son's football team for the second time. Why? Part of the reason why is because my son's on the team. I want to make sure that he's doing good, and I want to hold him accountable for everything. And I also want to make sure that he's not slacking off. Second is I actually enjoy seeing kids learn discipline and learn conduct and learning their strengths and seeing how far they could go. It's a blessing. I went from six years old, 6U football. Now my son's an 8U. He barely turned 7. But I say that because I like to see the young ones grow in a positive way. And I know that when I was a kid and I didn't have no outlet to put that energy in, it was bad. It was bad for me. I didn't have nowhere to put that energy in. So I kept it balled up. And any chance I got, I spazzed out and let that anger out. Let that hatred out. So, follow my lead. From right now on, I'm going to hold myself accountable anything I do moving forward. If I mess up on my end, I'm going to correct myself. But you can check me out on the gram. If you a fan of mine, you know my music. Listen to the lyrics. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to preach to you. I'm I'm trying to tell you the real. You know what I'm saying? And not a lot of people gonna do that. So y'all make sure, you know, you pay attention, listen up, do something with yourself. It's about advancing, you know, educating yourself and taking care of your family, most important.
Can you tell the difference when someone's from like San Francisco versus Sacramento or San Jose? I feel like from a Colorado perspective, they're all pretty similar, but you being from there is probably.
Yeah, I mean shit. Me being from Sac, yeah, you can tell when a nigga's from the city. You can tell a nigga from San Ho. You know, you can just tell by their stilo, you know what I'm saying? They slang, culture.
Little differences.
It's just a slight, yeah.
Yeah.
Slight, because the thing is that we're all a melted pot, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, Sac got a bunch of different ethnicities. The city got hella different fucking Usos, Tongans, blacks, fucking Asians. They're fucking mixed as hell down there. San Ho, they got Polynesians out there too, hella Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all sprinkled in, so you know you would be able to tell. You feel me? But slightly distinct from depending on what jurisdiction you at.
Who's your Northern Cali Mount Rushmore?
Oh,
Only four. Only name four.
man,
Got you on that one.
Woodie Pac, Mac Dre. Faulty.
Okay, that's solid. What do you? This is your second or third time in Colorado?
It's like my third, fourth. Shit.
What do you like about Greeley doing shows up here?
Oh, I like the community, the love. I was kind of like, you know, I didn't know what to expect the first time I came.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone was already telling me it's a small town and yada yada.
Right.
You know, my first time out here, I didn't even know if I really had fans. I know they was booking me, so I was like, shit, obviously I gotta have some type of something.
Right.
But I didn't know it was like that. And when they popped out, I was like, damn, they popped out.
Yeah.
I popped out on the stage and shit, seen everybody. You know, I was like, damn. I like the community though of it for surely.
Hell yeah.
Like close knitted, you feel me? It's a small town, so I like how they close knitted with it, you feel me? They all popped out when it came to an event, supported and showed love. You know what I'm saying? That was the most important part.
I know you tapped in with Trap Baby Snoop.
Yeah, Trap Baby Snoop, man, that's my boy. Shout out my nigga Zach, bro.
Yeah, shout
You know what I'm saying? Since we touched down in this motherfucker, he been our whole little motherfucking nigga, you can name it. Chauffeur, motherfucking nigga, making sure nigga we got a spot, nigga, food, nigga, he did it all. So man,
Yeah.
that's my nigga, man. Shout out him for introducing us and locking that in, and you know we been locked in ever since. Him and Trap Baby Snoop, they came out, nigga. We was thugging out there in Sac for a minute. You know what I'm saying? They had to go back though, unfortunately. But yeah, man, ever since then it's been locked in. And if it wasn't for him, you know what I'm saying, a lot of this shit wouldn't been locked in like that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Have you tried the Colorado green chili?
Nah, I haven't. That shit's fire?
Yeah, you definitely need to do that this time before you leave.
Literally fire, or you just...
No, that's what we know for him. Like,
yeah.
he's tripping because he's from the
breast
South.
man. Hell no.
Tell me not, though.
If it's gonna have me on the toilet,
You
man, I ain't trying to...
That's true.
Can't be having that, man.
All right. So rapid fire. We're gonna finish it. We almost done. Rapid fire. Sacramento Kings or Warriors?
Kings.
Niners or Raiders?
Niners.
A's or Giants?
A's.
E40 or Too Short?
Come on.
He was answering the other ones quick, and then I hit with that.
40 short.
Joe Montana or Steve Young?
No, Montana.
Jerry Rice, Tim Brown?
Rice.
Stephen Curry or Jason Williams?
Curry.
Barry Bonds or Ricky Henderson?
Ooh. Bonds.
Okay. Which college would you want to go to? Cal, Stanford, San Jose State, or Fresno? Fresno State.
Probably Cal.
Okay. That pretty much does it on my ends. Any final thoughts, last minute things you want to speak on? Any upcoming music shows, anything like that?
A lot of new shit on the way. Just be on the lookout. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be dishing shit out. A lot of shit I'm gonna just be dishing out. Shit talking music. Just keep the content going, keep it going. And then I'll start digging into more of the subconscious shit. You know what I'm saying? That people could feel that real shit. Yeah, man. Shout out my hard minute, man, for having me. Good looking for the hospitality. Tap in, man.
Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button, comment down below the biggest gem you picked up from this interview. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, and stay notified on all latest news drops. Shout out my boy 4L Zach for the hospitality, the interview. Shout out KZN Studios. If you're in Greeley, you need some studio time, tap in. I think that just about does it, man. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, all that, man. Mile High Man, number one blog in the universe. We out. Appreciate you.